How to get started in property sourcing? That is the number one question that still passes my computer every day. Property wholesaling and property sourcing is one and the same term. Different countries use different words. However, ultimately, what it means is how do you go and find a property, package that deal, and sell it to an investor so that you can get an income? That's what really sourcing or wholesaling is all about. And in today's video, I'm just going to unpack a few myths, but I'm also going to set the record straight and then make you an offer to see whether you would like to join me towards the end of May. Welcome to my channel. My name is Genevieve Stafford Jack. If you are new to my channel, we'd like to welcome you where we talk about all things property investing, finances, and life hacks. If you're returning, I trust that this video will be able to tick your boxes. So as we shared, what is property sourcing? Property sourcing is somebody who has got time to go and find property investing deals. How would we go about finding these deals? We could either use a real estate agent. We'll be able to go out looking for people that are selling their property so that we can help them on a one-on-one. However, what I would like to say for that particular component, just be very, very careful because the law can be very sticky around that. And as we go along in property wholesaling, property sourcing, we really get to understanding that we find the property. We have to do our due diligence around the property, and we have to actually understand, is this property going to give you a profit at the end of the day? How would you be able to do that? I will stick up a playlist right here where you can get the foundation, which is called property investing. Get that foundation in that particular learning that I gave on my channel over 4 days, 2 hours, and then some every day to get a solid understanding of, hey, you know what? This is what property investing is, and this is how sourcing fits into property investing. So if some of the things that I say sound very high level and you're saying, well, you're not saying much, it means you need to get your property investing education on track. Because by educating yourself as a property sourcing agent, you'll be able to get in front of a lot more people having structured deal packaging, and you'd be able to say, this particular property will yield you X amounts of cash flow. And let me tell you something really very funny. What I learned over my journey is that when I'm speaking to people that may not have the education in property investing like I do, they often say, oh no, that sounds like a scam. That doesn't sound right. And that's okay because not everybody will be able to lean towards property sourcing. You know, the other funny little thing that happens as well is that people that have never tried sourcing will tell you that it is the simplest property investing strategy under the sun. And those are the people that, yes, I would like to drop something on. Why? I started in property sourcing and I found that it was one of the most hardest things to do. Not find the property, not running the deal, the numbers, not doing the due diligence, all right? Not putting the documentation together. It was about convincing another property investor to buy your deal because your deal is lucrative. And the worst scenario I've ever found is that somebody that is interested in property investing, they may not have the education. And then I'm trying to sell my wares to them. And I'm just thinking to myself, what am I doing here? That is one of the most agonizing, painful experiences that I've ever gone through, is trying to convince somebody who does not have the education that my role as a sourcing agent or a wholesaler is very vital to them. And here's why I say this, right? Because today we're just really packing out the truth about sourcing. We're packing out the truth about how people simplify the process. And as you will see, yes, I'm pretty passionate about it because I'm like, I will smack you so hard. It is not that simple, right? It is easy when you know what you're going to be doing. But it's a people make it sound like we can flip a coin, poof, 10,000 Rand. If you worked so hard to get to where you are, you go through the entire year, and then you sit in front of your manager who knows the hours that you sacrificed, right? And during your key performance indicator session, your KPIs, they say to you, well, in this area you weren't really committed, in that area you were committed, in da da da. They'll give you their opinion about how they've seen you work, but they won't give you the credit behind that. And guess what? You end up getting these average this average percentage to say, okay, if your salary was here, on average, we're going to move it on you. And you are not average. So I say, if you worked blood, sweat, and tears to get an average increase, what makes you think that at the end of sourcing, you can simply work for 3 hours, close your eyes, and get 25,000 Rand? This is how I've seen property sourcing, property wholesaling being made so simple. Yet there's so much work that goes behind it. Because here's this, right? You, as a sourcing agent, wholesaler, an investor with money, you both need to go and look for deals. You both need to do your due diligence. You both need to understand what the market looks like. The difference between a property sourcing agent, wholesaler, versus the investor with money is that once the investor's got that deal, they go to the bank and they get a bond, or they go into equity. I'll put up a video about equity here. And then they go and tap into equity. You now need to take it a step further and find this investor that is time poor, meaning they do not have the time to go and do what you can do. And that would be the motivating factor to pay you. So if you think you don't really need to understand much about property investing, you are very wrong. And if you really don't like this video, probably by now you've bounced. But if you are still around, the one offer that I'd love to make for you is that on the 24th of May, over 4 days, I'm going to deliver a property sourcing course, property wholesaling course. 2 hours every evening. We're going to meet on Zoom. All right. I'll put the link down in the description. And if you feel like, you know what, enough is enough, I've heard everybody, I think I know this and I think I know that, come, let's draw from each other, put stuff together. And for this particular cause, I'm even wanting to challenge you to bring a partner that you are maybe perhaps going into property with, right? Bring that partner for free. You invest in your space, bring your partner for free. Because your partner at some given point, let me whisper this one to you, your partner at some given point will let you down. So you can actually say to yourself, you know what, I invested in myself so I could get ahead. However, my partner didn't really see the value in this. I did bring them along for free, and they don't see the value in this, and they flake. Or the best case scenario is that you bring your partner and you and your partner shoot the lights out and you actually start your own property sourcing business with the right guidance, the right templates, and the direction that you actually need. But here's the thing. I need you to have your property investing skills in order. How are you going to do that? This playlist that I'm going to stick up here, you can go into that together with your business partners. Go through that content. There is so many nuggets already in there that will get you ahead within the class that I'm going to do at the end of May. But I dare you to be prepared.